It is hurry up and wait for motorists around the capital region, and not just for folks like you and me, for the people driving emergency vehicles. More vehicles on the road, combined with a busy construction season, are leaving some areas of the capital gridlocked, and it's a dangerous situation for fire, police, and ambulance personnel. Our Meribeth Burton continues our week-long look at traffic around the capital region with the challenges on the roads that our first responders face.
An ambulance races up the island highway. It's lunchtime, and the flow of traffic is luckily heading north. But more than ever, Greater Victoria Emergency Services are fighting a losing battle with traffic.
Essentially, it's gridlock in both east-west direction and north-south up Douglas, Blanchard, and Quadra Streets.
Victoria's number 3 fire hall is centrally located at bay between Douglas and Blanchard. But getting out of the hall in an emergency is sometimes an impossible task.
To deal with this, our best option is to just pause and wait for traffic to stop if we're trying to leave the building. We can't force the vehicles to stop by putting our truck in the way, because that's just going to cause a more dangerous situation.
The light flashes, the siren wails, and motorists are reminded to leave room for emergency vehicles. But the firefighters say that doesn't always work.
Well, maybe a solution is some cross-hatching on the street there that says do not stop within, this area.
A fire truck responds to an urgent call on Government and Bay. It's mid-afternoon before the evening commute starts to build. Even still, the truck, traveling just 2 blocks away, must drive in the opposite lane to get to the accident. A taxi has flipped. The driver is loaded into a waiting ambulance. With lights flashing, the emergency vehicle will now navigate the busy streets to get to the nearest hospital. A growing population may explain our crowded corridors, but construction is also producing a bottleneck in key areas. An ambulance is forced in the opposite lane around orange pylons this afternoon. Construction chaos on Hillside Avenue is frustrating for motorists. Emergency vehicles are often forced to get creative to get around.
It's blocked, we can't get through there, so we're going to have to think of getting a way around it.
Fire and ambulance get daily reports of obstructed streets. The restricted roadways are plotted on a map.
Up in the tray here, we have the list of our street closures and hydrants that are out of service.
And copies ride in every truck.
Emergency Services says one of the most difficult parts of their job is traveling down busy Victoria one-way streets, especially Yates and Johnson, because of all the construction this season.
The toughest time of day is between 3 and 6 p.m.
That's when it starts getting difficult, when Douglas Street and all the main arteries are all going out of town.
There doesn't appear to be an easy fix for the congestion.
Everything's growing, but the infrastructure hasn't changed as far as roads, sewers.
For police, fire, and ambulance, a quick response can be life-saving. But timeliness is tricky when, even for a short time, there's absolutely nowhere to go. In Victoria, Meribeth Burton, A News.